What is happening, ladies and gentlemen? My name is Ty from Ty Drives, and this sitting in front of me, all high and mighty, is the 2023 Cadillac Escalade V. And throughout this video, we're going to take a look at all of the features this vehicle has to offer, and also all the features that sets the V apart from the more normal Escalade. We're going to start everything off on the exterior, so we'll take a look at what that has to offer on the outside. Then we'll skip to the most important part. We'll pop the hood. After that, we'll get a look at the exhaust clip. Definitely know that some of you are looking for that. We'll then pop the trunk, see how much storage room we're looking at, and then look at 3 rows of seating. So first the third row, then the second, and finally the third. And we'll kind of take a look at all of the features in between. And if you're new to our channel, usually at this point, I'd say stick around to the end of the video. I'm going to strap the GoPro to my head and we're going to take this car for a test drive. But out of respect to the new owner, they are paying a lot of money for this car and they're going to want it with delivery miles. So we're going to skip on the test drive for this particular review. But let's start out with the features up here with the headlamps. Now, full LED units up top for your high and low beams. As you can see, looks very nice as they're illuminated. And as we take a look down, we have a very large upright LED bar for your LED daytime running lights, and your turn signals looks very nice, again all illuminated. We have parking sensors found throughout in a very beautiful dark emerald green color, a gorgeous color, and I was told that this is the only dark emerald green short wheelbase Escalade V in the whole entire country. So we also have various sensors up here for your night vision and adaptive cruise control, things like that, and a little bit of a different fascia for the Escalade V. So we have a little bit of extensions down below, brings the look a little bit lower and gives you a little bit of downforce in case you wanted to take this on the track. Lots of blacked out elements too, very, very large grille, and you also have one of the front cameras for the camera system. Very tall upright hood, some pretty neat creases in there too, and Escalade V specific nice dark painted 22-inch wheels wrapped in Bridgestone tires. We have very large 6-piston calipers and 275/50 size tires up front. You can see we even have the sensors to the side for the parallel parking assist on this vehicle, which I can imagine comes in pretty handy because this is a pretty large beast. Nice big exterior mirrors you can see with the cameras, also have blind spot assist and the turn signals on the mirrors. Nice, very large, prominent V badge on the side, and we also have some nice gloss black towards the bottom of the doors and our power deployable running boards. Taking a look up top, we have the shark fin antenna, nice gloss black roof rails, and the panoramic sunroof system. And we also have the smart key system. So we have the button right here to lock, and then put your hand behind the handle to unlock. Also, the door handles are illuminated. You can see this little strip up here, little LED light strip for at night, so you know exactly where your door handles are, and the Cadillac crest on the rear. Taking a look back here, again, same wheel and tire setup, very nice looking, specific to the Escalade V. And we'll take a look back, to step back quite a bit, because again, a very large vehicle. I'm used to filming small, smaller vehicles. But yeah, you can see that this, of course, is the short wheelbase, and the long wheelbase is also offered with the Escalade V. Fuel tank is on the driver's side. And we have these very long, upright tail lamps, all LED of course. Your turn signals, your brake lights, tail lights, everything is all LED powered. Again, looks very nice, all lit up. Back here, nice gloss black elements right below the window. You have a hidden third rear wiper. We also have a set of cameras back here, one for your reversing camera and the other for your rear view camera mirror. And the way you pop the trunk is you actually just press the Cadillac logo in. That's actually a button as well as a badge. More glossy black down below, and your beautiful quad exhaust tips. What a sound comes out of that. Again, make sure you stay tuned because that exhaust clip is coming up. Parking sensors all the way across, and we have a couple of badging the Escalade, and of course, the V badge. So, I think you can tell by the excitement in my voice what I think of the styling on the exterior of the Escalade V. I want to hear your thoughts. What do you think in the comments below? All right, now that we have the hood popped and we're at the business end of the Escalade V, I'm sure you guys have all heard, but powering this beast is a 6.2 liter supercharged V8, 682 horsepower and 653 pound-feet of torque. What an absolute monster this is. You can see we have a nice little plaque entailing who built this particular engine too. As you can see, the supercharger sits right on top and the pulley for that. All pretty organized in here though, with your two coolant reservoirs and various other fluids that are kind of color keyed. And you also have an oil dipstick, which is becoming rarer and rarer nowadays. But yeah, 6.2 liter supercharged V8 with a monstrous amount of horsepower in an Escalade. That spells a lot of fun for me. And it's also hooked up to a 10-speed automatic with a permanent 4-wheel drive system. So, yes, I know all of you clicked on this video to see the motor and to see how cool the interior is, but this is still an Escalade. So I'd like to show you the cargo space. Now you can pop the trunk over two different ways. You can open the glass, or you can open the whole entire tailgate. So you could kind of just press the button on the key fob and the glass will pop open like so, just to stick quick things in there fast. Or you can press the other button on the key fob and the entire liftgate will open. So all Escalades will be 3 rows of seating vehicles, and I kind of left one portion of the 3rd row open so you can get a good idea on how much cargo space you'll have with it up and with it down. So again, 3rd row seat is up over here, 3rd row seat is down over here, so kind of just to give you an idea of how much cargo space you have. Take a look under the cargo floor. We have a bit more storage, nice tread plates once you come in. You also have cargo tie downs and various speakers back here for the 36 speaker audio system. Absolutely amazing. I did demo it before the video started. A couple of buttons back here to fold both your 3rd row and 2nd row seating down. Now the 3rd row is actually powered, so you can fold that up and down, but the 2nd row is just folding down, and you have to go around to pick up the seats back into the position. You can also fold down these headrests, so if they're in your way in the rear view mirror up there, although you do have that rear view camera mirror, you can fold those headrests down. So pretty nice cargo area back here. And to close the trunk down, if you're feeling manly and strong, you could pull it right on down with your hands, but you also do have the option to close it with the powered tailgate. Alrighty, let's take a look at the rear compartment for the passengers at least. Very nice materials up here, all leather lined with some contrast stitching all the way up until just about here, where it is soft to the touch, even all the way down on the door panel. You can see a few speakers down here too with the audio branding. Very large speakers, a couple of them on the rear doors. We have some pretty neat wood trim back here too. So even for the V, it's not really carbon fiber or racy feel inside. It's still that nice luxurious Escalade feel. So it's that nice dark wood trim for the Escalade V. Lock and unlock buttons also for the rear passengers, and the window button and the little door handle there too. Now we do have screens over here, which basically, if you double tap them like so, and the vehicle's power is on, you can pretty much connect to, you know, Netflix, Hulu, all that good stuff, and watch whatever videos you'd like. And connect to the car's in-car Wi-Fi. We also have pockets on the back of the seat, and take a look at these seats. Absolutely beautiful attention to detail, even up on the headrests where that's all perforated, and we have the little nice V logo on the seats, which all Cadillacs have. And then take a look at the stitching design. Really nice, and we have some contrast piping. The seats also do have armrests where you can fold down, and of course they are captain's chairs. You can kind of scoot your kids into the third row if they kind of just come around like so in between the two seats, or we have a handle system. You can press this once and it'll kind of fold the seat down flat like so, or pick it up once again and your kids can just enter right through here. Okay, so now that we have the vehicle running and the seat back up, I can show you the other handle. We have this handle right here, which you can lift up and slide the seats back and forth. Now I want to turn the vehicle on, as you can hear it rumbling away, the exhaust back there, to show you some of the features we have back here. So first of all, the screen, just double tap and everything comes to life. And also the climate control back here. So we have 3-stage heated seats for both the passengers back here. We also have different zones where you want the air to blow, the air conditioning to come out, and also a fan speed and temperature back here. Also, 3-zone climate control in this vehicle, as you can see, and automatic too. Pop this little cup holder tray back here out if you'd like. And we have a bunch of different charging and connections back here. So we have 2 USB-C connectors and 2 HDMI connectors in case you wanted to play video games back here. And also a regular household power outlet. Now if we take a look at the rear in the third row, you can see same very nice pattern to the seats. And we also have USB-C chargers back here and some cup holders as well, and some padded armrests. So usually in the third row of vehicles, we really don't have that many amenities, but up here, or I should say back here in the third row, is very nice. One more thing I wanted to mention while we're back here is I am right about 5'10" for your frame of reference, and I adjusted this front seat to a normal driving position for myself, and I have just about 6, maybe 7 inches of legroom, so plentiful back here. And same thing with the third row. Even though this seat is scooted back, I could probably fit back there pretty easily. Alrighty, now let's take a look at the front seats. Alright, so before we climb into the front seats, a couple things I wanted to mention with the door handles. So, they're actually electronic release, so you actually just put your finger behind the handle and just tug a little bit, and the door electronically releases, and your side steps will come out. It also has soft closed doors, so very nice couple of features there. But now that we have the driver's door open, very same materials as out back, very good materials at that. We also have our controls for heated and cooled seats up here, individual controls for your full body and just your back heating as well, with the lock unlock buttons, 2-person memory, and the easy exit mode for the driver's seat. All of our window controls and our power mirror controls over here as well. Taking a look to the left of the dash, we have the very large OLED display, in which over here we'll get a bunch of different controls to go through, and we'll hop in the vehicle, turn it on, and check out all that stuff. But we have a nice slab of wood over here too, with an air vent. We also have a couple of controls too to the left of the dash, different driving modes. You can also manually put up and down the adaptive air suspension with those buttons right here. Electronic parking brake and an integrated trailer brake controller too, which is very nice. And also your gauge dimmer. I think this would be a great car to haul your racetrack to the track, maybe your Corvette or Camaro, something like that, so that they included this trailer brake controller as standard for the V. We also have a power tilt telescoping steering wheel, you can see with that button there. And down below, we have some nice pedals and the hood release right over here. Some pretty cool side sills. And take a look at the driver's seat. We even have a couple of speakers in the headrests, again for that 36 speaker audio system, and also some in the ceiling. Just a crazy amount of speakers. Very nicely adjustable seat. We have all of our normal controls there, as well as 4-way lumbar and adjustments for the side bolstering. All right, now we can hop in and power the vehicle on. Check out the rest of the interior. So here's the key for the Escalade V. That's a good rhyme there. We have a nice red painted key specific to the true V models. Very nice. Then we have the lock, unlock, remote start, trunk release, and the little glass release on the trunk, as well as a panic alarm. So we do have a physical key on the inside. You just press that button and it'll just kind of slide out in case you need that physical key too. But of course, push button start right behind the steering wheel. And take a listen to that. What a sound coming from this Escalade. So, beginning portion of this, we could just kind of start out with our steering wheel. So very nice leather wrapped, a little bit of a thicker bolster so you get a nice grip for it. Again, if you want to take it on the racetrack, very nice grips. Even leather covering the airbag cover, which is very nice. We have paddle shifters, real metal on the back of the steering wheel mounted to the steering wheel, and all of our adaptive cruise control settings over here. We have voice commands, also in the front collision avoidance system. You can turn that on and off, and then also your heated steering wheel button right there. We have different buttons here to change your track on the radio, as well as your audio volume over here, and a quick mute button, which is nice. And you also have your Bluetooth phone controls as well. Behind the steering wheel, we have a couple of stalks, one for your automatic high beams and the rest of your lighting, as well as your turn signals, and this one for your front and rear wipers. So I'm going to take a focus on the little side screen over here. Now this is also a touchscreen as well, so we have a couple of different things that we could cycle through, different trip informations, as well as just kind of a blank screen if you like it. And then down below we have different options too. And we can change the gauge look. So kind of get a view of that quick. So we have just the normal gauges over here. We can also skip to the navigation map, which this vehicle is in demo mode, so it might not come up. We also have the augmented reality map, which is absolutely awesome. Take a look at that. It's a complete wide angle front view of the front of the vehicle. And if you have the navigation set up, kind of arrows will pop up where the road is that you need to turn on, so that you never miss your turns. Very, very neat. And then we can also pull up our night vision again, which is only activated at nighttime. Also on this side of this screen here, we have the heads-up display controls. We can put it up and down and then adjust the brightness. And then once we're on the night vision, we can kind of adjust the brightness and sharpness of that as well. So very neat little screen over here. If we put it back over to the regular gauges, I can kind of show you the rest of that. So we have kind of date and time over here and the coolant temperature right there. And then our fuel gauge down below. Nice big speedometer and revs. And then over here, your radio will show. Taking a look at the upper dash, we have all leather surrounding. You can see the heads-up display up there. And there's all speakers up here as well. Even ones on the A pillars too. And that brings me down to the infotainment system. Now this vehicle again is in demo mode since it's brand new here at the dealership. Very lucky to get to check this vehicle out because they are super rare. But going along with the infotainment system, you can either use it as a touchscreen or with all of these buttons down here. So quick overview of all the buttons. We'll quickly get to our media, our phone screen, navigation, vehicle information, back, and home. We can also twist, as you can see, to get to different menus. So it's kind of like your home screen here. It'll give you a combination of your radio, your navigation, and the phone screen. So we can kind of click on the radio here just to see what that looks like. We can see all of our kind of favorites will pop up over here. And then we have all of our different sources down here, Bluetooth, all that good stuff. And we can also tune right here. Going back to our home screen, we have a bunch of shortcuts over here. We can hop into our navigation. Very nice crystal clear map on this vehicle, and you can also input your destinations up here too with the little search. Going back to home, we have our phone screen and also some shortcuts to parallel park the vehicle and turn on and off your parking sensors, which is nice. Could scroll on over to the next screen where we have a common jumblation of all of the different apps that you could use on this vehicle. As you can see, Apple CarPlay, Android Auto, we have wireless Apple CarPlay, which is very nice. We could go into the vehicle information screen, which is a very plentiful amount of vehicle information. So you have notifications such as like service reminders, oil life, tire pressure, and as you can see, the pages go on and on. You can kind of scroll through all of the pages. Fuel economy, efficiency gauge, which fuel economy isn't going to be plentiful, although everything else in this vehicle will be. We have trip settings, you know, your timers for lap times, battery voltage, oil pressure, the gain and output for your trailer brake, the coolant temperature, transmission fluid temperature, all kinds of good stuff. And you can kind of leave some of this stuff up on while you're on the track, just to keep an eye on, you know, your transmission temperature, oil pressure, all that good stuff to make sure everything is all good. Air filter life, brake pad life, all kinds of good stuff. You can turn on and off your traction control and stability control from this screen. You also have engine hours, which is pretty neat. You know, you can see you have just about an hour of driving time, then 1.8 hours of idle time, and just kind of your date and time at the end. So pretty neat vehicle information screen. I definitely really like that. Lots of information within there. And here is our other home screen, where we can go to our settings. We can go into our system settings, which we have lots of things that you could customize. Have our vehicle settings, which again, lots of things that you can customize. We can actually customize the V mode driving, so that's pretty neat. As you can see, we have the V mode button right in front of the shifter, and you can kind of control if you want the steering to be in a tour sport feeling, and the same thing with kind of everything, obviously with the V mode, which is pretty neat. You can also customize My Mode, which is a kind of individual mode, which you could set up for however you like. Somewhat like the V mode, but kind of like a maybe a more of a touring driving mode for this car. So you can have even more customization, such as your lighting, and you have interior ambient lighting here too, and there's so much that you could actually search. You have kind of like a little search arrow there for the driving mode. Also control the rear climate from the front, which is pretty neat. You know, the temperatures, fan speed, all that good stuff. We also have a trailering app, which you can kind of dial in what you're towing, how much it weighs, how long it is, and everything. And you also have a blind spot warning that goes beyond the vehicle and actually goes for your trailer too, which is really awesome technology. We have all of our different apps over here, just as a kind of jumblation. OnStar services, the rear controls, and then also your ambient lighting tab. Pretty neat. You can adjust all of the different colors, lots and lots of different colors. You can also link it to a driver's mode and also put it into like a cycle, as it says, the demo mode, so it'll kind of display all of the different lights. You can also pull up the camera system, so we have lots of different camera views. Crystal clear camera too for this vehicle, so we can see we have the front view up right now. We have a normal or a wide angle view, and we can kind of just put the overhead or the sides for both the front wheels. Pretty neat. Then we have the rear view, again, normal, wide, overhead, or side. The overhead will be very easy with hooking up your trailers. So you can kind of see the trailer hitch coming at you, and we'll kind of line it up with the middle of the vehicle. Very easy to hook up trailers with this vehicle. And then we kind of have a overhead view, which is very neat. You can kind of cycle all the way around the vehicle. Very neat view with that too. And kind of always over here will be a top-down view. We have some trailering cameras, which is kind of a zoomed in top-down for the rear. Again, you can see your trailer hitch very easy. Then you can also turn on and off your guidance lines for the camera too. Again, parallel parking assist, and then we also have a video recorder in here to record kind of everything going around. You could maybe use it as a dash cam, something like that. So pretty neat infotainment system right here, and I think kind of one of the best in the industry. Very easy to get used to, lots and lots of information. But again, the key to it is very easy to get used to. Taking a look down here, we have all of our climate controls kind of in a screen here. It looks very nice if you kind of get a look at what it actually looks like. We have the automatic function over here, and then kind of where you want the air to blow in these three buttons. We have our temperatures to either side of the fan speed, and our defrost and AC settings, and a little sync on the other side. In front of the shifter, we have a couple of buttons, one for the auto hold, one for the V mode button. So take a listen. I'm not quite sure if you could hear it, but let's hear the exhaust open up. So you can hear it just get a little bit more of a throaty exhaust when you put it into V mode. And we also have the lane keep assist button, so you can turn it on and off the lane keep assist. An electronic shifter for the 10-speed automatic, little unlock to the side. We can pull it straight down into drive and bump it over into manual mode, or I should say bump it down into manual mode, which you could use the paddle shifters. And then we could go straight up into reverse. Again, the backup camera will pop up with all of your different options for that. And we have a little P for park. Again, all of the media controls down here, and your hazards button is right down here as well. Very nice slab of wood, and it also opens up to reveal some cup holders. A little bit of a storage tray and a USB and USB-C outlet over here. Very nice to see that. And it looks very nice with the lid closed, just a very clean design. Taking a look over here, we have a nice soft to the touch armrest. Also right in front of it, I almost forgot to mention the wireless charger for your phone with a little Escalade name. And if we lift it up, we have the optional refrigerator slash freezer, which is awesome. We have the controls over here for that, so whatever you put in there, you either chill it or freeze it, which is awesome. We have another two USB and USB-C inlets with an SD card inlet as well. Taking a look at the passenger area, we have a nice design for the air vents and the wood trim. Also nice trimming with the leather. We have a lockable glove box that folds down. Plenty of room inside, and it's all felt lined. And we have a full Alcantara headliner. Very nice attention to detail with that. And take a look at our visors. You can fold those down. We have some lights and a mirror. And that brings me up to the rear view mirror, which is also the rear view camera mirror. So very useful in the Escalade, I found out, because the rear window is so far away, and there might be up to like 4 or 5 headrests, you know, blocking your view. You can just flip that on over and skip all of that, so you just get a nice clear view of the rear. We also have various adjustments for that mirror too there if you want the height or the brightness changed. Taking a look up here, we have a bunch of controls in our upper center stack. We have some LED lighting, as you see. All individual controls for your sunroof and sunshade. So again, panoramic sunroof, take a look at that when it's closed. All black headliner. Then we can open it up like so, and then again we have individual controls for the slide and the tilt of the front portion of the sunroof. We have our garage door home links up here, and also ability to fold up and down your third row seating from up front, and also to open up your tailgate in the back. You can open it max 3/4 or just turn the power function off. You also have all of your OnStar controls up here. And take a look at that panoramic roof when the shade is open. Very nice airy feel in here. And we can't forget, we have grab handles all the way around the vehicle. So when you're taking your whole family around the track, of course very cautiously, we have something to hold on to. But I think that's pretty much it for the 2023 Cadillac Escalade V. I hope you have enjoyed this vehicle just as much as I have, and trust me, I am very excited about this vehicle, and also sad that this video has to end. But I hope you have enjoyed it just as much as I have, and I also hope you stay with us here at Ty Drives for more videos just like this one.